everybody and welcome back to American Girl Afternoon. Today we are going to be making chairs for our dolls. So they kind of look like outside chairs, they kind of look like lawn chairs, so we'll call them lawn chairs. But this is what we're making for our doll today. And I will tell you that she can sit in it. You just kind of have to prop her up so her legs are touching the ground. She can't sit in it like with her feet up. Her legs have to be touching the ground. So we do have Mary Ellen as our model today. So I'm going to get her set up and then I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see how she's sitting in the chair. I was very concerned that it wasn't going to be sturdy enough to hold her, like that I hadn't put enough glue on it, but I did and it worked, and she's a little bit sideways, but she does work. So here's Mary Ellen. As you can see, here's the chair. She is sitting in it, but her feet are on the table. So you just have to make sure that she's propped up by her legs, but this will work and your doll will fit in it and your doll can sit in it, even though it doesn't look like it when you're making it. So what you need to make this are 14, 16, 17, 18, 24 popsicle sticks and hot glue. And if you want to decorate your chair, if you don't want it to be wooden, you can always color or paint your popsicle sticks before you start. For a lawn chair, for an outside chair, I liked the wooden look. So, and as you can see, I've got hot glue drippies everywhere. You know how I feel about hot glue. I don't love it. I don't like working with it. I always burn myself. I always make a mess. So, but unfortunately, for many of the cool things that you'd like to make, if you're crafty, you got to use hot glue. So it's one of the downsides of being crafty. So the very first thing that you do, you're going to make the bottom half of the base first. So you're going to take 7 popsicle sticks, line them up like a fence, and you're going to put glue on all of their seams, on all of their outsides, and stick them together so that you get this plank fence. Then you pick one side, it doesn't matter which side, and then you put glue, a line of glue on either side of the plank so that it's touching all of the sticks. And then from there, you lie a popsicle stick flat on each line of glue. So you can't really see the flat one. The flat one's actually this one here. You lie that flat on the glue. Then you put that plank aside for a little bit. The next thing you're gonna make are the legs and the supports, and those are really easy. You just take, for each side, you take 2 popsicle sticks and cross them in an X, and you put glue right where they cross to hold them together. And then you put a dot of glue at the top on each line of the X, and then you lay a popsicle stick flat across so that it forms kind of like what looks like the sides of a picnic table. So you have your X and then you have your line at the top, and you do that twice. You do that once for this side and once for this side. Then after you have those done, you bring your plank that you made back in, and where you put those flat popsicle sticks, you put a line of glue on them. And then you stick the edge of these legs that you made into the glue, and you make it so that it can stand up. And the only thing I will tell you about that was not hard to make, but I didn't put enough glue on this side, I guess, when I did it the first time. And it hardened, and then when I went to put Mary Ellen on it, and when I lifted it up to do some more gluing, it just flopped off. So I had to put more glue on. So just make sure that you put enough glue, you hold it tight enough so it sticks, and you give it enough time to dry. Because that's the biggest trick to this project, is making sure that everything is sturdy enough to support the doll's weight. Building it is not hard, constructing it is not hard, but making sure that it's sturdy enough and it's tight enough and you used enough glue, that is what I think is the hardest part. So once you get the bottom done, then you're gonna go back and do like just like you did for the first step. You're gonna get 7, lay them side by side like a fence, put glue on their edges, and put them together. And you're even going to do the next same thing where you put a line of glue that goes down either side and touches every single stick. The only thing that's different with this plank, instead of laying these sticks flat like we did down here, you're gonna have them sticking out by their edges. So you'll put those on, and again, put them real tight, make sure that they stick really well, and you'll have them, so you'll have this part down here, you have the little bit of part up top, and the last step, because you're making the base and then you're making the back, is you need to glue these supports to the supports on the base. This part was a little tricky too, just because you need it to be angled and you need it to sit up. And if you don't put enough glue on, or if you put too much glue on, or you don't kind of hold it up, it slides around and it kind of just like flops over and it doesn't work the way you want it to. So that is similar to the base problem. That's the second hardest thing, is to make sure that it's angled but upright. And that was kind of the problem we ran into last week with the music stand and the teepee feet. So anything where you're gluing it where it has to be at an angle, just make sure you kind of keep a hand on it to hold it up until it's completely dry. Otherwise it won't work. But after that, then you are done. Your chair is done and it's ready for your doll to sit in. We've talked about how she has to be in there to sit, but it does fit her. And if you wanted to make a set, you can make 2 of these, but then your doll will have a nice, cool place to sit. So that is all that there is to American Girl Afternoon this week. Pick up a make and take kit if you'd like to do this project. Like I said, it'll come with the 24 popsicle sticks. The only things you will need to supply are the hot glue and any kind of decorations that you would want to put on your chair. Other than that, we'll see you at next week's American Girl Afternoon. Have a great day.